everyone, my name is Chris. My channel is called The Body Wish, your gateway to holistic remedies, wellness tips, and improved mindset. Welcome to my series, Wellementary, where I connect with experts in fitness, nutrition, along with my recommendations to help you live a healthy and abundant life. How's it going, YouTube? My name is Chris. My channel is The Body Wish, and I am the man with the yellow hat and microphone. Hope you're doing well wherever you are.
I know that, dude.
It gets even better because I am a proponent of turning to nature first before turning to medication. I work in the health and wellness industry, and I help people to achieve and maintain optimal well-being. I do this by recommending certain foods that are going to set people up for success long term and help them to avoid the ones that are going to trip them up for failure. I also help people to improve their mindset. Having that higher level of self-confidence is where everything begins. And when you marry that up with great nutrition, it sets you up for a successful weight loss journey. All right, which is what I'm going to be talking to you tonight about. So a lot of people in the country are struggling with excessive weight gain. In fact, more than half. I've seen figures between 60 and even as high as 80% of the U.S. now is overweight. And it's only getting worse. I wish I had better news. But I'm going to be sharing some science with you. If you've watched my videos in the past, I'm a big proponent of sharing clinical research versus me giving you my opinion of how things work and don't work. The science I'll be sharing is irrefutable. So, and hopefully you get some value out of this and you get to understand why, if you're one of these people who's been struggling with food cravings and excessive weight gain, there's actually a method to the madness, and it's not all because you don't have willpower. So I will be talking about food cravings. No presentation on weight loss would be complete if I didn't delve into the downsides of counting calories. Counting calories is the most used, if not the only used method for losing weight, but some interesting things I'll be sharing with you about that. And it's not all doom and gloom. I'm going to be sharing an amazing holistic nutritional system that leaves counting calories in the past where it belongs. Hence the name of my presentation, The Future of Weight Loss. All right, so let's take a couple of minutes and dive into food cravings. There's different schools of thought as to what drives these cravings. I come at it more from the perspective of nutrition because at the end of the day, your food cravings are telling you your body needs nourishment. But see, therein lies the problem. We've gotten so far away from nourishing our body that it's become kind of lost out there in the fog somewhere. And it's not your fault if you're one of these people who's struggling with these cravings that have become so persistent. Hello, AABC. What a great name. That's very cool. Original. I'm talking about food cravings right now. So these food cravings become persistent because we're not nourishing our bodies, okay? Foods that are low in fiber, low in protein, and high in refined sugar is the culprit for that. Refined sugar tastes great. That's why it keeps you coming back for more. But unfortunately, you're not getting the nutrients that you need with so many of these nutritionally bankrupt foods that you find in your local supermarket. So if you're one of these people who's been plagued with constant chronic food cravings, there's a reason for that. And maybe now you're at a point where you've gotten too heavy, you're overweight, and you want to get your weight back under control. Now, if you're like most people, you're reaching to some method of calorie deficit, counting calories, calorie restriction. We've heard it all before. Now, there's a little bit of irony about counting calories and some science. First of all, the irony about counting calories is, guess what? Your body doesn't know what a calorie is. It doesn't count calories. It has no idea what they are. What your body actually understands is nutrition. That's it. And the quality of the nutrition that you give the body plays a direct role on how well it can rebuild itself, how strong your immune system is, even how well your metabolism functions. Now, I want to share some science with you because I am a big proponent of science. This is a study that was put out by Harvard Medical School. It's just one study. There are many others that says counting calories just doesn't work. So I always invite people to look this up, do your own research. Very easy to find. Harvard U, stop counting calories. The scientist who led this investigation has said that not only is counting calories not reliable, but it just is flat out wrong. And there's a reason for that, because what you're doing when you are dialing back the amount of calories you're consuming, you're actually cutting back on the amount of fuel that you're giving your body. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. So when this happens, your body turns to two other sources for energy. Turns to fat, but it also turns to muscle. And it's the loss of muscle that is really setting people up for failure long term. See, there's no medical studies out there that says counting calories works for the long haul. Not one study out there. So there's no proof. And what happens is when you start burning off muscle, your metabolism slows down. And it's the primary reason why a lot of people hit that plateau. They lose weight at first, but then they hit a plateau and they can't seem to get past that certain point, despite going to the gym, despite exercising more, running, lifting weights. That's a function of the metabolism slowing down. And I have seen this not just on this platform. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. I see people doing the GLP-1s, the pharmaceutical drugs to suppress the appetite. Well, guess what that is? That's code word for calorie deficit all over again. And that is the limitation of counting calories. So I want to emphasize, because a lot of people beat themselves up over this, it's not you. And it's not to coddle you, it's not to pamper you. This is simply the downside and the limitation of counting calories. So if counting calories is not all it's cracked up to be, what other options are there? Well, I'm going to share a holistic system with you that has actually undergone 7 clinical studies. These are human clinical trials, which means they've been tested on people, not Martians. And the studies were absolutely phenomenal. It was tested against the Mediterranean diet, which is the gold standard of weight loss systems in the United States for the past 8 years now, according to U.S. News and World Report. The Mediterranean is not a bad diet. It's a whole foods diet, but because it relies on calorie deficit, people who are on the Mediterranean ended up putting the weight back on over the course of a year. So whatever weight they lost, they ended up putting it back on, and in some cases, they put even more weight on. So the system I want to share with you right now is called a 30-day reset. It's pretty darn amazing. I'll give you a couple of slides and introduction to this. So this system was originally created with the idea of dialing back the amount of food, but unlike calorie deficit, not dialing back the amount of nutrition. You actually get more nutrition with this system. I'll give you a quick run through with these 3 core products that this system comes with. The big canister in the middle with the red text, those are superfoods. They're really easy to prepare, just like you'd make your favorite smoothie. The 2 in the back are adaptogens. Adaptogens help to lower your stress level. A lot of stress going on in the world. I don't even need to go into that. And then the 2 on the bottom left, those are what we're going to take on a day of intermittent nutritional fasting to get rid of a lot of the awful toxins that we're exposed to. Since I mentioned clinical studies, I want to show you the first of 7 studies where this 30-day system was tested against the Mediterranean diet. So in the first week, those who were on the 30-day lost 56% more weight than those who were on the Mediterranean diet. There was twice as much visceral fat loss. That's the belly fat. That's the tough fat to burn. It's also the fat that holds on to the toxins when the body can't eliminate them. There was also a 41% drop in food cravings for those on the 30-day. See, the food cravings, what I was talking about a couple of minutes ago, that's what drives people to eat compulsively. Well, this system helped to satiate those cravings. There was also a 25% improvement in gut health, and then a 6 to 9% increase in lean muscle in the first 8 weeks. This has never been seen before in medical history. So this is not a diet. If this was a diet, people would be losing their lean muscle. This system was actually adding lean muscle. Now I'll show you, I got a couple more slides, how simple this system is to incorporate. So 30-day system. The first of 3 core products are the superfoods. These are nutritionally dense. They have all 90 key nutrients we need. They're low glycemic. So somebody who is a pre-diabetic or a diabetic does not have to worry about their sugar level spiking. It comes in 36 grams of whey or plant-based protein, gluten-free, soy-free, essential vitamins and minerals in a variety of delicious flavors. These are great for people with busy schedules. and it's all less than a Starbucks. So you're getting maximum nutrition to help the body perform optimally. See, it's very different compared to what calorie deficit is, which is actually denying yourself nutrients. So for the first 6 days, you replace 2 of your 3 meals with these superfoods. And then on the 7th day, we do a day of intermittent fasting. So every week is the same. First 6 days, superfoods. 7th day, we do intermittent fasting. This product here is loaded with 16 detoxifying herbs that help the liver more efficiently rid the body of these awful contaminants. Unfortunately, the environment has gotten more contaminated over the decades. There's more junk now in the air, in the water, and most definitely in our foods. This system here was shown to remove a lot of these awful chemicals, like forever chemicals, dioxins, PCBs, pesticides, herbicides, all clinically proven. You guys don't have to take my word for it. It's all in the studies. And then the third and final product comes in the form of adaptogens. This is what's going to help to manage our stress level. Everybody deals with stress in one shape or form. It's kind of hard to not. There's probably a couple of people in the world who manage to dodge the raindrops, but most of us don't. Adaptogens are a wonderful natural way to lower our stress level, take the edge off, and bring us back to some semblance of normalcy. How's that for some fancy words? So really easy, simple system to implement. Notice I never mentioned counting calories because there's no calories to count because your body doesn't know what a calorie is. It only understands nutrition. So this system has helped tens of thousands of years. It's actually been out for over 10 years now. Very few people know about it. And I like that the ingredients are really clean. There's no contaminants in anything. I actually tried this system out 4 years ago, not because I was overweight, but I was dealing with over 25 years of constant fatigue. And in that last 5 years of that 25-year period, I had to stop exercising because I became exercise intolerant. If I did 15 minutes of stretching the following day, I would literally go into a tailspin. I had severe ringing in my ears. I was just bombarded with fatigue, lightheaded. Johnny was a dull boy. And I went around the block trying to find a solution between Western and alternative methods, and I struck out in every sense of the word. My blood tests always came back normal, so it was very mysterious. Like, a lot of people struggle with like severe bouts of fatigue. I think it's a combination of the environment being contaminated with all this junk for the last 100+ years. Plus the foods don't have the nutrients in the abundance, so it doesn't do as good a job of rebuilding itself. So if you or somebody you know is struggling with either excessive weight gain or feeling tired and run down all the time, increased rates of depression, poor sleep habits, this is worth taking a look at. Because sometimes in life we don't know what we don't know unless we take that extra step and do some investigation on our own. Now you can go to my homepage. I've got a link. In fact, I'll show you the website right here and now. You can take a screenshot if you like. But this link is available on my YouTube homepage. It's called thebodywish.wordpress.com. You can go up to the products menu and click on nutritional system. It's got all the information I just shared with you, including a 3-minute video that delves into how easy the system is to implement. You got nothing to lose. You know, like I said, I tried this out a couple of years ago. It was one of the best moves I made. I turned 61 before Christmas, and for the past 4 years, I've been able to exercise again. I run, I do hatha yoga, and I also lift weights. I had to throw in the towel with all of that prior to trying out this system. So it works. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here tonight sharing this good information with you. I'd probably be run down, tired, and doom and gloom. So on that note, I'm going to drop off in a momento. Follow my channel for more health and wellness tips, holistic remedies, and improved mindset. It's been an honor to be here. Thank you so much for your time.